Richmond, Joy, and Egon. Can we please turn off the music for a bit so we can discuss some matters? Hello, Richmond. Richmond, could we please turn off the music for a bit? Yes, thank you. Yes. Welcome, everyone. We are still in the process of trying to fix our schedule so it runs smoothly. Thank you so much, VP Cynthia, Professor Emeritus Eno, Professor John Ryan for joining us. Oh, so thank you so much, EVSU, President Benedict Militante. If you don't mind, we are just going through some more of the little matters that we need to address. So I have prepared our program and sequence. Richmond, please take note, as well as Joy and Iwan from NKUST. Thank you so much, everyone. So we will start our music video at 8:30. After I speak now, Richmond will put back the poster and the music. Okay. I will give the welcome remarks right after the video. Richmond will put back the slides with the poster, and I will greet the distinguished signatories and organizers of this MOU signing. Okay. And then I will make some remarks about PAASE, and those are the next 3 slides, Richmond. And just be sensitive about when to move to the next. I might say next, but please make it as quick as possible because we are racing against time. Okay.
您好。
Yes. And
Yeah.
then we will move on to the virtual live greetings. And most likely, if I end before 8:40, I will first call our...
您好。
Okay, I think at the beginning, I will also have to tell everyone to please mute yourselves unless you are speaking, right? Okay, so most likely I will call the Honorable Michael Peyang Shi, Taiwan Ambassador to the Philippines, Taipei Economic and Cultural Office, or TECO. Then you spotlight, well, you could spotlight me while I'm speaking, that I have my slides, and then I will call him. No need to spotlight me anymore. Oh, so I have allotted about 4 minutes for him. Then perhaps by that time, the Honorable Dr. Fortunato de la Peña will arrive from his PSI board meeting. He will speak for about 4 minutes. And then I will call Dr. Dennis De Paz, President of Eastern Visayas State University, I think our lead taker of this program for MicroMasters as well as for postgraduate studies. Then I will call Dr. Elizabeth Lajos, President of Technological Institute of the Philippines. Each will speak for about 2 minutes. So Dr. Militante, I hope you can let Dr. Dennis know. It's just a brief greeting of about 2 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
2 minutes. Then Dr.
Hi, good morning, Press Giselle.
Oh, Dr. Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis, thank you.
Good morning, Paul. Good morning. I'm here already.
Oh, you are our champion, and we are your champion as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Leading edge. EVSU Leyte, our leading edge in the regions.
Yeah, thank you, Press.
So next we will call Dr. Cristina Padolina, President of Central Escolar University, also 2 minutes. She's very interested in the MicroMasters short courses. And then I will call our PAASE Vice President and President-elect, Dr. Mariano Santo Domingo. Okay, also 2 minutes. And then I thank the speakers, and then immediately and introduces some distinguished guests. So Joy, I still have to get, the cues from Professor Wu, because I will be busy speaking and may not know who have entered the room. And in particular, I would have to greet First President of EduConnect, Professor Xinxiang Chu, Professor Chu. So I need to make sure I do that. And if Mr. Picasso Chen and Mr. Peter Chen are in, I would have to greet them. Okay. But I don't know. I will take the cues from Professor Wu. Then by that time, I'm request everyone to please mute at this point. Right. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. All right. I will, of course, recognize the presence of our PAASE officers, and board members, and mention only our chair, Margaret Peña. We will kindly.
Hello, Gisela.
Oh, Professor Wu, I'm just going through the, the greetings part.
Okay.
And we're just trying to get the Richmond to immediately share screen.
Okay,
so at this stage where we will have to show the congratulatory messages of our distinguished partners from way back, for many years ago, Secretary Pernia, President Pascual, and other presidents of state universities and colleges who support this MOU.
Very good. Dr. Gisela, very
Yes.
short. I don't want to interrupt. Two things. Okay. Picasso is not available this morning, so
All right.
Peter will be here. Okay, Peter will be here.
All right.
Peter.
Peter.
Okay. The other thing is, I prepare on your behalf 2 baskets of the fruit. Okay, because this is Thanksgiving, and then in the final, you thanks of NKUST, especially for international office, and I will present those 2
Oh my gosh.
baskets. Okay. God bless you.
You
Thank
are the closing speaker, Professor Wu. And I would like to introduce everyone to you and you to everyone. This is our shepherd. Okay.
Okay, very good.
Chair Professor Eming Tim Wu, Executive Director of EduConnect and Chair Professor of Shuta University. And I'm just very concerned about my pronunciation of the names of our dignitaries, so I'm trying to go through this. Yes.
Okay, your National Zhongxin University is online right now.
Okay, I know.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yes. Great, Professor Huang and Professor Zhang.
Well, yes. Good morning, professors.
And
Thank you so much for joining
President
us.
of the National Union University and Dean of International Affairs, they are here already. And
Professor Chang.
Kaohsiung Medical
Professor
University, Aaron is here, and Dean
Yes.
of College of Pharmacy, they are here.
Yes,
Okay.
Professor
So all
Wang.
the party concerned, we are
Yes.
here already.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank
But
you.
may I know, Professor Wu, the present designation of Mr. Peter Chen, of Peter.
Yes.
In EduConnect, does he have a designation in EduConnect? How should I address him?
Oh, Executive Director also.
Oh, I see.
Well, Peter
All
is
right.
Executive Director. And then Aaron is the standing supervisor.
I know.
Yes, yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, so Aaron
right.
is the one who supervises me. Right.
I know. I will recognize Aaron for putting this together.
And also, NKUST Dean of International Affairs, Dr. Liu is also here already. You got to know him.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Thank you so much for joining.
he just took the office stuff from the August, the 1st. Okay, here.
Hello.
Here is the
Morning.
and here is Dr. Liu. Remove your mask, my brother.
Good morning, everyone. So,
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Now,
I would like to know if Professor Wu, if Chair Professor Yuan-Sheng-Chu, our first president of EduConnect and chairman of the board, Shuta University, is joining us. Will he be around, President Chu? Well, anyways, just in case he is around, I hope to greet him and for him to speak a few words. We're now close to 10 minutes before the start of our show.
Oh, hello. Gisela, I'm President Yang of YUNTECH. It's nice meeting you.
Oh, this is most wonderful, President Yang.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us and for agreeing to sign this memorandum of agreement. So PAASE is a private organization, but with us comes many of our friends in academia, including presidents of state universities and colleges and private higher education institutions in our country. And some of our presidents are already present with us. We have Eastern Visayas State University President Dennis De Paz, and we have Technological Institute of the Philippines President Elizabeth Lajos and her officials. So thank you so much. At this point, yes.
不是，他问题是他讲的是，谢谢吧。Okay, thank you. And actually, I think in Taiwan we are getting back to normal. I think the COVID will be gone in no time, and the foreign students, actually they are coming back right now. Sooner or later, the border control is already open for the foreign students. Actually, yesterday I saw a couple of our foreign students of the National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology. It's really wonderful. And actually, this is the first time I know that we have a platform, connecting the higher education on both Philippines and Taiwan. And because before I asked our Dean of International Affairs Office to look into the engineering education in Philippines, because we are really, really interested in those students who have a bachelor degree from, Philippine University, and then we want them to come to, Taiwan or come to my university, YUNTECH, to have a master degree, and then after that they can work for the big company in Taiwan, because Taiwan is in a severe shortage of human resources. Yes. In those big manufacturing electronic like TSMC, the big semiconductor company in the world. So yes, this is why the major reason I'm here. I really like to have a strong connection with the the higher education in Philippines, and
yes, we will do that. We will have meetings to see how we will implement our MOUs, and we are very optimistic and very hopeful that borders will open early next year.
All right. Yeah.
So much. So I think at this point we can now show the poster. Mr. Richmond Pancho, could you please show our poster and then play a bit of music, and then at 8:30 we are going to play a short video about PAASE, and then I will greet everyone, and I ask for your all
Sweet. Okay, say something.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yes.
Evan is here.
Well, we will live stream on YouTube.
Nasa poster. Nasa poster yan.
Okay. Yes. We will live stream on YouTube at 8:30.
Post in.
for
Post in.
828. And we will request everyone to please mute.
How's it going?
Kindly mute, please. Thank you so much. All right. And we are now showing our poster. Apologies to everyone who's not yet recognized in this session.
So here is the Dean of the National Zhongxin University Cultural Agriculture Natural Resource Dr. Ding Zhan. Ding Zhan. From the National Zhongxin University. We are located in central part of Taiwan. Yes.
Yes, thank you. At this point, I'd like to recognize the presence of our PAASE stalwarts, our chairperson of the board, Dr. Margaret Peña, all our board members and our officials, led by Vice President and President-elect Dr. Mario Santo Domingo. I'd also like to recognize the presence of past PAASE presidents, Dr. Alvin Culaba, Dr. Al Gonzalo Sarafica, and others whom I may not yet be able to recognize at this point. But anyway, please forgive me if I'm not able to, recognize you yet. Thank you.
Good morning, Gisela. How are you? You're looking very beautiful.
Oh,
I like the new. I like the new haircut. Madam.
it's not the haircut. It's the
Is it the
lack of a
hairdo?
hair. It's the lack of a haircut. So cute. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, Secretary Ernie Pernia and former President Fred Pascual cannot join us today, but they have concluded messages for us. Okay. So, some surprises also of our written congratulatory messages are in store. So please stay with us. Please bear with us. This is a very exciting, but rather complicated or complex event. So we're trying to manage it quite well. And thank you so much to Miss Joy and Miss Ewan of NKUST for helping us. Most special thanks to Professor Wu and to Professor Chang. Okay, Erwan Chang.
Hello, Gisela. Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I would like to congratulate all the members of PAASE before this official ceremony begins. And thank you for your great leadership in the past and up to Gisela's term. And in the future, hoping that this collaboration can continue, should continue, and we can have a more broader scope in terms of collaboration, go beyond the recruitment of the students only. Hoping that Gisela and the former President Pascual's mind about superstructure development, that's I always bear that in my mind. Never forget.
Thank you, Professor Wu.
Yes. And this one will be, the Philippines and Taiwan will benefit from that very much. Now we have a very important 4 partners in this morning to sign the MOU with PAASE. Hoping that next time when all the members or scientists or engineers from United States, when they have their vacation at home in the Philippines and make an extension trip here and to Taiwan, and you do have a UP guest house and to accommodate, okay? And you stay here for free and I will drive for you. You know what I'm saying? Yes? Okay.
He's been doing this for the last 5-6 years.
Yes, that's right. I have been working on that as a volunteer taxi driver, you see.
Our president's
so
here.
Do that. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And Vanessa is here also, okay? Your daughter, Vanessa, is here. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
yes.
Vanessa, my daughter. Yes. And my grandson with Vanessa and Shangla. Oh, he's the future of Southern Taiwan, Kaohsiung. But Professor Wu will tell us more about it at his closing remarks. Our presidents, past presidents of PAASE, the future president of PAASE, Dr. Mario Santo Domingo, who will lead PAASE to even greater heights. And our SUC and HEI presidents, you're all welcome to stay at the UP Guest House at the Kindness Hotel. Okay, that was built by our philanthropist, the president of Kindness Hotel, Mr. Picasso Chen. There are 10 rooms there, okay, for our guests. This is to explore your linkages with our linkages with Southern Taiwan universities and EduConnect. So I think we're ready to start now. And so I would request Mr. Richmond Pancho to please play our video, and then I will check whether the Honorable Ambassador is already in the group. He will be our first speaker, and then this will be followed by the Honorable Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology.
Science and technology and innovation, these are indispensable in the modern economy, in the modern world.
We held a meeting at the MSI, and we resolved among about 6 to 8 of us, local members, first to form PAASE Philippines so that we could continue to host meetings here, but also to go on a massive campaign to try to get support from the national government through the legislative and executive branches to invest more in science and technology. So it started with a white paper, a position paper that we co-authored among 6 of us, namely Ernie Pernia, Cesar Saloma, Rador Asansa, Toby Dairita Fateneo, and Aldin Colaba de la Sala, and myself.
So PAASE historically, in the past 10, 20 years for sure, have been collaborating with our counterparts here in the Philippines at various universities. And a lot of these interactions probably started as peer-to-peer. But thankfully, we have the Department of Science and Technology here in the Philippines, and they've come up with some really helpful and very impactful programs that actually enable PAASE members that are based in the United States and other parts of the world to actually come here and do extensive research and academic partnerships and collaborations.
Well, I think that one of the good things that PAASE is doing is really trying to stay in touch with the researchers and the scientists here in the Philippines. So I think that is one of the good programs that they keep on supporting some of the initiatives of our researchers and scientists here in the country, trying to align also their assistance towards the plans of the Philippine government.
It's very important that the PAASE members and scientists based in the Philippines are continuously in contact, so we will know the needs of the Filipinos and opportunities that Filipinos can have to do science with their PAASE counterparts. So these interactions, such as the conference that we're holding and the annual conferences that we have,
the Philippines and the scientists there have very unique perspective that adds to discoveries and inventions, advancing in general the field.
These members, because they are part of an academy, it implies that they are productive. So they have publications, they have innovations, they have inventions, patents, and they have, they have an impact on society. Okay, so these are the people who can convince government, invest more in science and technology. And that was really the gist of our paper, our position paper in 2000. And it is Ernie Pernia who said that R&D by nature is expensive and it is a public good. So it is important for the government to take the lead in investing in R&D.
To increase the economic growth potential of the country, we cannot continue to just rely on traditional inputs into production as capital and labor. We also need to develop our expertise in science and technology and innovation so that we can come up with new systems, new ways of doing things.
I think that science, researchers, industry, and even the government is really like an ecosystem of knowledge. So I think it doesn't really matter if you're coming from a private institution or a public institution, such as a state university. I think we all have a role to play to improve the research capabilities and scientific knowledge here in the country. I think it is about time for us to realize that one of our roles as academics, as researchers, as scientists, is to actually contribute to that global body of knowledge.
And the role of this cooperation among these government agencies really is to be able to attract science and technology, global-based companies to set up shop here. And that is really key in terms of developing the science and technology innovation ecosystem in the country.
Particularly because there's that deep desire. And what PAASE does and can do more of is to promote this relationship between its members.
We really need to ratchet up the appreciation, the recognition of the importance of science and technology and innovation.
And we are all trying to attain what we call the common good, the greater, higher, long-term good of the Filipino people.
Warmest, heartiest greetings to all. Welcome to this auspicious event, which is the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Philippine American Academy of Science and Engineering, or PAASE, and EduConnect Southeast Asia Association Kaohsiung, or ECSAAK, National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology, or NKUST, the College of Pharmacy Kaohsiung Medical University, or CPKMU, College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, National Chungsing University, or CNNR, NCHU, and National Yunling University, or YUNTECH. I am Gisela Concepcion, the current president of the PAASE, and I'm here to share with you some information about PAASE. But before that, I'd like to greet our very distinguished signatories, guests, and friends from Taiwan and the Philippines. And I would say that this is a momentous or historic occasion for PAASE, for the Philippines and Taiwan. And you might say it is an occasion of joy, of hope, and of optimism during the time of COVID. Okay. So now may we move to the next slide. So this is about PAASE, and I just want to focus on the photo because this was our meeting in October 2018, where Professor Tim Wu was present, and these are some of our new members. And PAASE is now about 500 strong PhD level scientists and engineers from the Philippines, United States, and other countries. Next slide, please. So our taglines, agham at kaalaman para sa bayan, science and knowledge for the country, PAASE S&T volunteerism, outreach to Philippine regions, vision, foster patriotism among Filipino S&T experts. Mission, we are inclusive, we run a meritocracy, we want to support a knowledge-driven economy, and we want to form strategic linkages like the ones we are forming today for our knowledge to action, science for the people, science for change programs with the Department of Science and Technology. One of our programs is called Balik Ka sa Bayan Mo Tayo Na, and it means go back to your province, to your region. Let's go. Next slide, please. So now, PAASE opens up new horizons for Filipino engineers and scientists with the signing of these MOUs. And the opportunities are afforded to Filipino scientists and engineers for MicroMasters short courses for Philippine industries and for master's and PhD studies in Taiwan and Philippine universities. So with this, I would like to thank you for joining us. Everyone, please enjoy and relish this special occasion. At this point, I would like to introduce briefly our distinguished guests who will give us congratulatory messages. Let me check who are present at this point. And I would like to call first, if he is already here, the Honorable Taiwan Ambassador to the Philippines, Michael Peyung Su.
Thank you, Dr. Gisela. It's so nice to see you again after almost 2 years. I'm very glad, to be invited to this wonderful MOU signing ceremony. And thank you very much for the very good introduction of PAASE. And I'm so glad, to see, there are several universities, join this MOU. And I would like to say that, this kind of cooperation could further strengthen the comprehensive ties between Taiwan and the Philippines. I'm especially, happy to see, in the field of science and technology. I know in the Philippines, actually, you have so many talented scientists and engineering. And in recent years, there are more and more young engineers and also scientists. They also went to Taiwan. So I would like to say that, all the participants of this ceremony, I'm very grateful to them for their devotion to the ties, especially in academic field. I also would like to say thank you very much to Professor Dr. Wu Yiming, my very old friend. We have known each other almost 40 years, yeah, very, very long time. So anyway, thank you for the very kind invitation, and thank you for facilitating this MOU signing ceremony. And I wish everyone in good health, especially in these very difficult times caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. And also Merry Christmas to everyone, and a very prosperous and a very successful year 2022. Thank you, Dr. Gisela. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Michael, for your warm greetings. So at this point, I'd like to tell everyone that this all started sometime in 2014 because Professor Enutin Wu, former UP Open U Chancellor Grace Alfonso, introduced President Pascual of UP and myself to the rest of the Southern Taiwan community. So that was, I think, a major milestone in UP's relationship with Southern Taiwan. And so, well, at this point, while we're waiting for the DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, who is at a board meeting of the Philippine Science High School.
I'm here.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, whom we recognize as a PAASE, Distinguished Achievement Awardee in our last conference, our annual symposium. We would love to hear your greetings. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Giselle. First of all, I would like to greet our co-signatories today from the four universities, the National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology. I will not mention the names of the presidents anymore. The Kaohsiung Medical University College of Pharmacy, the National Chungsing University College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, and the National Yunlin University for Science and Technology. I am really pleased about this occasion, first of all, because we have a long-standing relationship with the research institutions, including the academe in Taiwan. Our MECOTECO collaborative agreement in science and technology has been one of the longest running collaborations, what we call the MECOTECO. And it was through this collaboration that we were also able to introduce some innovations in our graduate programs. Since we had already instituted many higher level programs, MS and PhD in our universities here, we have reduced the number of scholars sent abroad because we already have the offerings here. But we realized the importance of having an international flavor in our researches. And that is the reason why during the past administration of Secretary Estrella Alabastro, she introduced the concept of a sandwich program. Sandwich because they do their coursework here at the universities in the Philippines, and they undertake research in another country, okay, in partnership with another institution. And of course, the costings are shared. We take care of the maintenance, expenses, travel of the student who will go there. And almost always, the research work is already funded by the host institution. And so because of this, we have attracted many institutions all over the world, okay? Not only Taiwan, okay, but many institutions are now on this collaborative agreement with us. We can send to the US, we can send to the UK, we can send to Japan, to Australia, to Europe, and it has been to our benefit. The other thing that I would like to mention, of course, is, there is a lot of, shall we say, cultural affinity between the Philippines and Taiwan. I have observed that because my son graduated from Yunlin, and that is the reason why I strongly suggested that Yunlin be invited in this agreement, and maybe later on I can hear words from the presidents of the universities. But really, I have seen how life is there, and there's so much, shall we say, cultural affinity. Even some of the language, So I went to the indigenous artworks like beads, and they have names for the beads. One bead was called Adaw, and they look like the sun. One bead was called Mata, and it looks like eyes. I mean, there must have been some similarities even in language. And the other thing is that I observed that the Philippines is still sending very few students to Taiwan compared to the Vietnamese, the Thais. They are in big numbers, and I really think it is a missed opportunity. And I would also like to say that since we have the Philippine Academy, American Academy of Science and Engineering to sort of facilitate these things, it is even better because they have also the international connections, and these days collaboration is very important in the area of science and technology and in the area of higher education. But let me say this, we have very good universities also here, and so I invite also students from Taiwan to come to the universities in the Philippines. just 2 days ago, we have signed an agreement with Hungary. They will be sending students to UP Visayas. And I think this is going to be part of the internationalization process that we have. And I think there is a lot of opportunity. I can see representatives from our private universities. I see Dr. Padulina, I see Dr. Lahos, I see Dr. Alvin here, and of course our representative, even Bataan is represented here, I can see. And that we really has a rich, shall we say, source, okay, of talent, okay, which we can exchange, you know, and add to that the fact that Taiwan has investments in the Philippines, and we need more of these technology-based investments because this is where our graduates in science and technology will go. Okay, it is not only the universities where they will go or the research institutions in government. The private sector will be in need of their talent. And I noticed that the fields that are represented here are well distributed. I know the Kaohsiung Medical University because when my son was studying, he had his language courses somewhere. It was between, I think it was Tainan, no? Tainan is at the middle, or I don't know which part, but he brought me to Kaohsiung also, and so I have seen, okay, the place. There was also one time when I was still president of NRCP that I was in the company of mathematics professors in the biannual exchange of professors in mathematics. So we had our conference, mathematics symposium held at Sun Yat-sen University, okay, which is I think also in the Kaohsiung area. And so we have now the university, which is very highly respected in the field of medicine. In fact, we have one young professor there assisting one of our researchers in UP Mindanao. Okay, I cannot remember the names now, but we have just approved a project. Okay, and then of course we have in the area of pharmacy. I am strongly pushing for a stronger academic programs in pharmacy, and I will not yet announce it, but we are giving strong support to one university which will offer the PhD in pharmacy. Okay, and thirdly, I think we have also a university here which is of course into the sciences. And lastly, this is to advertise Yunlin because it's really very strong in the field of design, in industrial design, any kind of design. Okay, so we encourage really a very active exchange. So I cannot stay long. We are dealing with very important decision matters at the Philippine Science High School, but I am very happy to see, okay, I do not forget Bataan Peninsula State University, which is really trying its best to catch up. And of course, TIP, Centro Escolar, which are very strong in the respective areas. And we really want more of these private universities to really build up research, shall we say, capability and strength. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much to all our guests. My 5 minutes has extended to 15 minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Secretary de la Peña, for your warmest greetings and for your unwavering support for PAASE and now our partners in Southern Taiwan. And we are doing this all as part of your program called Science for Change. So Secretary Boy de la Peña is this great visionary at the Department of Science and Technology. At this point, yes, Secretary Boy.
I will just listen for a while.
You know, our next greeter is none other than the Eastern Visayas State University President, Dennis De Paz, with whom our past president, Alvin Culaba, works with closely. And actually, they're very interested in the master's and PhD studies program that we are trying to, institute today. So, Dr. De Paz.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Pres Gisela. Good morning to everyone on board. I am glad to be virtually present in this historic MOU signing ceremony between PAASE and our Taiwan partner university, with, of course, the EduConnect Southeast Asian Association from Kaohsiung, the Academe Industry Umbrella Organization, with 4 Taiwan universities represented by their presidents and deans, the National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology, Kaohsiung Medical University College of Pharmacy, National Chongqing University College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, National Yunlin University. We at the Eastern Visayas State University are also gearing towards internationalization of our programs, research and extension engagements by establishing linkages and partnership locally and internationally through our Office of Internationalization and External Affairs and our Office of the Research, Development and Extension Services, in which our VP for Research and Development is around, Dr. Benedicto T. Militante Jr. So I am happy and thankful to Academician Alvin Culaba, of course, to Academician Gisela Concepcion, the PAASE President, and the PAASE team for inviting us today. With these developments, we are heading towards the right direction as we expand our linkages and partnerships. In EBSU, we have programs in engineering, agriculture, fisheries, information technology, and what we really need is a strong and holistic teaching force to beef up these programs. So we are contemplating some of our faculty members may enroll in National Kaohsiung University, Taiwan, for their master's and PhD to achieve this goal. So I am certain that with PAASE and our Taiwan University partners on board, we can achieve our university's goals. So once again, thank you everyone. Mabuhay ang ating PAASE at mabuhay yung ating mga Taiwan universities on board. God bless everyone.
Maraming salamat, President Dennis. Thank you very much. You are our leading edge, and you'll make this come true in EBSU. We have signed a memorandum of agreement among PAASE, the DOST, EBSU, and the private sector farmers group in Leyte. Okay, so thank you so much. Next, we will hear from the president of the Technological Institute of the Philippines, with whom we've also signed a memorandum of understanding, Dr. Elizabeth Lajos.
Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to see you all here. The Technological Institute of the Philippines, TIP, is honored to witness this virtual MOU signing today. PAASE teaming up with Taiwanese universities speaks volumes of the change that PAASE wants to see in this world, that is, bringing science to the people for the people. I look forward to working with you all soon. Here's some more meaningful collaborations and partnerships in the areas of research, technology, and innovation through the creation of those new graduate programs and the promotion of graduate studies between Philippine and Taiwan universities. Thank you all and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lajos. So you see, we have these very outstanding women presidents of our universities here, and she's very progressive and visionary. She set up Technicore facilities in TIP. Thank you, Beth. Next, we will have the greetings from another outstanding woman president, former Chancellor of the UP Open University and current President of Centro Escolar University, Dr. Maria Cristina Padolina.
Good morning to everyone, to the officials of PAASE and the officials of the Taiwan academic institutions. I would really like to thank the Philippine American Academy of Science and Engineering, PAASE, for facilitating the linkage between the universities in Taiwan and the Philippines. We recognize the importance of these linkages in developing and expanding the faculty resource of cooperating universities and expanding the learning vista of our students. We are particularly pleased that one of the objectives of the linkage is the development and offering of micromaster's degrees to serve Philippine industries. Reskilling and upskilling of workers are vital not only for the growth of individuals and individual institutions, but for the entire nation's socioeconomic progress. Our University Council in CEU, Centro Escolar University, has just approved 2 programs in the health sciences, in pharmacy and nursing in particular, that follows the MicroMasters. Excuse me, I have to mute my other meeting, sorry. I was just saying that we had just approved MicroMasters type of program in Centro Escolar University, in particular in the health sciences. We did this even as we had qualms about our ability to carry it out, but with this linkage, our resolve is strengthened. We look forward to working with this select group of universities in Taiwan. Thank you to the visionary presidents of these universities who view collaboration as a process of addition and multiplication of resources, and therefore a mutual strengthening initiative among us. Thank you once again to PAASE for facilitating these linkages. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Dr. Padolina, for your warm greetings. And at this point, I'd like to recognize the presence of National Scientist Angel Alcala, National Academy of Science and Technology, and former PAASE President, NAS Vice President, Fabian Toby Dairit, okay, and other members of the board of PAASE. Forgive me if I fail to recognize you at this point. At this time, I would like to call on our Vice President and President-elect of the PAASE, Dr. Mariano Santo Domingo.
Thank you, Giselle. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening from here in Baltimore, Maryland, in the United States. I feel privileged to be part of this unprecedented event of sealing and signing a transnational understanding between PAASE and several outstanding institutions and organizations from Taiwan, including the member universities of ECSAAK. It is the first step, yes, very symbolic, yet very powerful reminder that it is possible for us coming from different culture and societies to have a common ground, pursue our shared interests, and benefit the many institutions and communities, students, faculty, entrepreneurs who care about science and technology as a vehicle for progress. As the incoming president of PAASE in the next 2 years, 2022 and 2023, I am highly committed to honor the agreements that were forged within the last few years, including these very important programs to develop and offer MicroMaster short courses for Philippine industries and the promotion of exchange of scholars and students as postgraduate studies between universities in the Philippines and the member universities of ECSAAK. I congratulate everyone, especially our dynamic PAASE President, Dr. Gisela Concepcion, and the leadership or the partner Taiwanese organizations and universities, and wish that the next few weeks or months will be productive and satisfactory for all the parties as the plan for the implementation of the agreement is developed. Mabuhay at maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Maraming salamat, Vice President, President-elect Mario Santo Domingo. He will assume office as president starting in January 2022, and the term is for 2 years. So thank you so much, Mario, for assuring us of your continued support and championing of this linkage with our Southern Taiwan partners. At this point, I would like to request Richmond to now share the screen of our written congratulatory messages in full, while Mario and I take turns reading sections of it, parts of it. And before that, I would like to recognize the presence of our PAASE member, the SIARCA Executive Director, Glenn Gregorio. So Mario, could we please read part of the message of former NEDA Secretary Ernesto Pernia, also the chair of the PAASE Foundation Philippines Incorporated.
Yes, from Dr. Pernia. In 2017, I was honored with a visit by Professor Dr. Wu, along with other academics who came over to the National Economic and Development Authority in the Philippines. We had just launched the Philippine Development Plan. That was the beginning of a productive relationship between NEDA, DOST, and DTI vis-a-vis TW EduConnect that further blossomed into fruitful interactions through internet communication and a series of visits by Professor Wu and faculties from the 4 Taiwan universities with whom the MOU will be signed today. Now, back at UP, I value even more my friendship with Professor Wu and connection with TW EduConnect. Thank you. Best wishes, Ernesto M. Pernia, PhD. Thank you.
Thank you, Mario. Remember, Professor Wu, I gave you a copy of the Philippine Development Plan. So thick book, and you were carrying it around like a Bible. And then you asked permission to reproduce it and share it with our EduConnect leaders. So next greeter is our former president of the University of the Philippines, Alfredo Pascual, who regrets he cannot be with us today to greet all of his friends, Professor Dr. Yang of NKUST, and then also Professor Chair of Shuta University, Professor Chu, and of course, Professor Wu. But I would like to say that President Pascual has this to say, and well, it's difficult to read, but I will just read this part. I have no doubt that signatories to the MOUs will work as one in pursuing their planned collaborative undertakings. The MicroMasters short courses will surely help Philippine industries reskilling and or upskilling of their workers, particularly those affected by technology changes. The promotion of graduate studies between Philippine and Taiwan universities will strengthen the capabilities of Philippine universities, particularly the state universities and colleges in various regions of the country. I think what we're trying to build here is what we call the suprastructure. We may need to complete our infrastructure, but what good is infra without supra? So if you visit Kindness Hotel and stay in the UP Guest House, there with 10 rooms, you will see the word superstructure. Thank you, President Pascual. Next, we move to our next well-wisher, Mario.
Yes, from Dr. Gregorio J. Rodis, the president of Bataan Peninsula State University. The signing of Memorandum of Agreement between PAASE and 5 academic institutions in Taiwan can be considered as one of the breakthrough accomplishments amid pandemic threats. This partnership transcends borders to break barriers of internationalization. In this time when the world is confronted by different challenges, our key to thrive is through collaboration and cooperation. We greatly believe that knowledge prospers when it is shared to others. We would like to extend our gratitude to the PAASE and to the other University of Taiwan mentioned for your tireless pursuit to excellence. Congratulations and mabuhay.
Thank you so much, Vice President Mario. I'd like to say that with us today are Board Member Carlos Primo David and BPSU Professor Ryan Cocoy Dizon. And together we have signed a memorandum of understanding with the Bataan Provincial Governor's Office, with the DOST in this region, with PAASE and private organizations and NGOs, and also the Bataan Peninsula State University for our programs to make use of 3D printing and additive manufacturing to produce advanced materials for various applications like housing or construction materials, for waste upcycling, which is also led by our former PAASE president, Fabian Toby-Diary, and smart precision farming led by CP Carlos Primo David. So this message is very, very important to us today. Next slide, please. This is from none other than our beloved Professor Lilian A. de las Llagas, Commission on Higher Education, who has visited Kaohsiung. So let me read. You can just browse through her long philosophical message about collaborations and linkages. Okay, so she thought about this very seriously and gives it great value and importance. So her greeting, may this MOU then spark new opportunities for our higher education institutions to create their new, quote, blue waters within a common sphere of teaching and learning, and for them to build as well new bridges for our students across these waters to explore and experience the world in the new normal. Their classroom is the world itself. Let us bring them there through the powerful wings of internationalization and mutual cooperation. Isn't that such a visionary greeting from our Commissioner of Higher Education, Lilian de las Llagas? Thank you very much. We will move to the next greeting, which is very important because President of Unilab Sinovate Pharma Corporation, Attorney Joey or Jose Maria Chavez, who is actually a lawyer and a chemical engineer, was the originator of the MicroMasters short-term courses. So he's a senior vice president of the largest pharma company in the Philippines, very important in Southeast Asia, which is Unilab Incorporated. So Mario, will you read part of his message?
Okay, so the greeting from Attorney Chavez, I'll read a portion of it. The development and conduct of MicroMasters short courses is of particular importance to us as we seek to expand and widen the knowledge base in the country to support the development of science-based natural health products and to help our indigenous communities and small farmers protect and benefit from biological resources found in their respective areas. Recently, we signed a memorandum of agreement with PAASE for the conduct of the first MicroMasters course by first quarter of next year, focusing initially on the science behind natural product development. We congratulate and thank the contracting parties for this initiative, Jose Maria Chavez, Senior Vice President, Unilab Incorporated. Thank you.
Thank you, Mario. Let me say that the Unilab Sinovate has also signed an agreement with the Mindanao State University Institute of Technology to develop natural products with the help of the farmers and indigenous peoples. Okay, so they're very serious about strengthening academe industry linkage in this area of research and product development. Thank you everyone for your greetings. Thank you to our guests for joining us and staying with us. And I would like to greet more of our prestigious and distinguished guests at this time. Welcome. You are now joining us for the most important part of our event, the main event, which is the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement. And at this point, I would like to recognize the signatories and witnesses who will sign the individual agreements. Okay, so let us start with the first. The MOU between PAASE and the EduConnect Southeast Asia Association, Kaohsiung, will be signed by myself and Dr. Xingyu Yang, President, EduConnect Southeast Asia Association, Kaohsiung. Signing as witness for PAASE is Dr. Mario Santo Domingo, Vice President, President-elect of PAASE. Signing as witness for ECSAAK is Dr. Aiming Wu, Executive Director of ECSAAK and Chair Professor of Shuta University. And here we have a short description of EduConnect. It aims to promote cultural exchanges, academic collaborations, and technology advancement, based training in Southeast Asia. EduConnect is visionally dedicated to build a robust Taiwan-Philippine academic networking platform to share higher education resources and technology development training courses together based on friendship, fellowship, partnership for Asian inclusive education. EduConnect believes in universities as emerging hubs of good governance in Asia. And in the MOU, we will see that the common objectives are to develop and offer MicroMaster short courses for Philippine universities and to promote exchange of scholars and students, as well as postgraduate studies, master's and PhD between Philippine universities and ECSAAK member universities. We will ask our president signatory to speak after the signing event. The second MOU is between PAASE and the National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology. Will be signed by yours truly and Dr. Xingyu Yang, President NKUST and President ECSAAK. Signing as witness for PAASE, Dr. Mario Santo Domingo, Vice President of PAASE. Signing as witness for NKUST and ECSAAK, Dr. Aiming Wu, Executive Director of ECSAAK and Chair of Professor Shuta University. The National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology, a member of ECSAAK, aims to integrate all the resources of three noted universities that merged to become NKUST and to cultivate excellent technological professionals and lead the business and industry development, attain to the highest standards in teaching, research, and service, and make the university a modern, forward-looking institution in Taiwan and the world. And the common goals of the MOU are the same to develop and offer MicroMasters short courses and to promote master's and PhD studies between Philippine universities and NKUST. The president of NKUST will speak after the signing of the event, Dr. Chang. The MOU between PAASE and the College of Pharmacy Kaohsiung Medical University will be signed by yours truly and Dr. Yao Pig Wang, Dean, College of Pharmacy, Kaohsiung Medical University, and Dr. Xingyu Yang, President, EduConnect Southeast Asian Association, Kaohsiung. Signing as witness for PAASE is Dr. Mario Santo Domingo, Vice President, President-elect of PAASE. Signing as witnesses for CPKMU are Dr. Fang Rong Chang, organizer of this event, most distinguished professor, Kaohsiung Medical University, and Dr. Aiming Wu, Executive Director, ECSAAK and Chair Professor, Shuta University. Kaohsiung Medical University, or KMU, is a member of ECSAAK, aims to cultivate and nourish highly skilled physicians and medical-related specialists, dedicated to basic medical science and clinical medical research, attain the highest standards in teaching, research, and service, and make the university a modern, forward-looking institution striving for excellence in both academics and medical care in Taiwan and the world. The common objectives are the same to develop and offer MicroMaster short courses, and to promote exchange of scholars and students, as well as postgraduate studies, master's and PhD between Philippine universities and PAASE-ECSAAK member universities. The fourth MOU between PAASE and the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, National Chungsing University, will be signed by yours truly and Dr. Fuji John, Dean, College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, NCHU. Signing as witness for PAASE is Dr. Mario Santo Domingo, Vice President and President-elect of PAASE. Signing as witness for CANR NCHU is Dr. Shu Chi Wang. The College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, National Chungsing University, aims to promote cultural exchanges, academic collaborations, and technology advancement-based training in agriculture. CAN-NCHU is visionally dedicated to build a robust Taiwan-Philippine academic networking platform to share higher education resources and technology development training courses together based on friendship, fellowship, and partnership for Asian inclusive education. It believes in universities as emerging hubs of governance in Asia, seeks for opportunities to cultivate international university social responsibility partnerships in accordance with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and the Asian Development Bank vision to fulfill its mission. Learns to frame ICUE partnership, innovative industry, city, university, entrepreneurship linkages for Asian inclusive development. Common objectives of the MOU are MicroMaster short courses for Philippine industries, postgraduate studies, masters, and PhD between our universities. The MOU between PAASE and the National Yunlin University, or UNTECH, will be signed by yours truly and Dr. Nang Shu Yang, President, National Yunlin University, or UNTECH. Signing as witness for PAASE is Dr. Mario Santo Domingo, Vice President, President-elect of PAASE. Signing as witness for UNTECH is Dr. Wei Hua Han, Dean, Official of International Affairs, UNTECH. The National Yunlin University aims to become an internationally renowned university featuring innovative education and industry academia cooperation to continue to practice sustainability and university social responsibility. Objectives are as follows: to develop and offer MicroMaster short courses for Philippine industries, promote exchange of scholars and studies, as well as postgraduate studies, masters and PhD between Philippine universities and UNTECH, to facilitate the wide range cooperation between Philippine universities and UNTECH. So with this, I would like to turn over the floor to our gracious Master of Ceremony, Miss Awan Shen, for the main event, which is the signing of the MOUs, and after which we will ask our distinguished signatories to each give their speeches. Thank you very much, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Right now, we would like to invite our President of National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology for the speech first. Let's please welcome Dr. Chen Yu-Yang.
Yes. Good morning, everyone, especially the Ambassador Michael Peong-Shi and Dr. Gisela Concepcion and all friends in Philippines. First of all, I would like to introduce our friend in Taiwan. First is Dr. Yang Nengshu, President of UNTECH, and Dr. Fu Zhizhan, Dean of College of Agriculture and the Natural Resource, National Zhongxin University, and Dr. Yaobin Huang, Dean of College of Pharmacy, Kaohsiung Medical University, and Dr. Fang Rongzhang, Distinguished Professor of Kaohsiung Medical University, Dr. Yuan Xiangzhu, Honorable President of STU, and Dr. Yingming Wu, Executive Director of our organization. I met Pasqua and Gisela when I was 55 years old. Now I'm 61. So during the past 6 years, I really thank you, all of you, contribute your intelligence and passion to help our young students and promote our relationship. Especially thank you to our Honorable President, Dr. Zhu, and Dr. Yiming Wu. I trust that under today's MOU framework, we shall energize the cooperation for promising students and the professionals. I would like to say thank you again to all the honorable guests for witness this great event today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yang. Right now, we would like to invite our distinguished guest from National Yunlin University of Science and Technology. Please join me to welcome Dr. Yang Nenshu.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Gisela of PAASE and President Yang of Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology. It's really an honor and also a pleasure for me to join the ceremony today. And I'm looking forward to professional connection or linkage, like lab to lab, faculty to faculty, department to department. That since the administrative bridge, like today, has been well established. So this is a wonderful and a really exciting moment for me, to know that not only the friend in Taiwan and also lots of friends in Philippines. And a special message to Secretary De La Pena, Department Ministry of Science and Technology. Actually, we are expecting that your son will come back to UNTECH for his PhD degree. I hope it will happen soon. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Yang Nenshu. According to the time issue, we would like to adjust the order of the signing. Right now, please welcome PAASE, Philippine American Academy of Science and Engineering, with National Yunlin University of Science and Technology.
Okay. Yes. Am I right, Miss Iwan? Are we going to be signing our MOUs now?
Yes, Miss Gisela.
Thank you. And then we're gonna show.
Right now, please stay seated and show the memorandum of understanding you've just signed. We will take a photo for you. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Dr. Gisela, and thank you, Dr. Yang Nenshu.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Also, thank you, Dr. Pan Weihua. Thank you for signing the Memorandum of Understanding. The next, we would like to invite the Philippines American Academy of Science and Engineering with EduConnect Southeast Asia Association of Kaohsiung. So please welcome Dr. Gisela and Dr. Chen Yu-Yang.
Dr. Mario Santo Domingo is also signing as our witness for the PAASE, our president-elect.
So thank you, Dr. Gisela, and thank you, Dr. Mario, and also Dr. Chen Yu-Yang and Dr. Wu Yiming for signing this Memorandum of Understanding. Next one, we would like to invite the third group of Philippine American Academy of Science and Engineering with National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology. And also welcome Dr. Gisela and Dr. Maria. Thank you for signing this Memorandum of Understanding. Right now, we would like to take a picture for you. And right now, we invite the Dean of International Affairs of NKUST, Dr. Liu. Thank you very much. The next group, we would like to invite Philippine American Academy of Science and Engineering with College of Pharmacy of National Medical University. So please welcome Dr. Huang Yaobing. And also invite our witness, Dr. Zhang Rongfang. Excuse me. Thank you, Aaron Zhang Fangrong, Doctor. Thank you. So after your signing, we would like to take a picture for you. Thank you very much. The last group, let's welcome Philippine American Academies of Science and Engineering with the College of Agriculture of Natural Resources of National Zhongxin University. And welcome Dr. Zhang Fuzhi. Thank you for signing the Memorandum of Understanding. After the signing, we would like to invite our honored guest, from Medical University of Kaohsiung, the Dean of College of Pharmacy. Please welcome Dr. Huang Yaobing for a speech for us. Thank you.
Good morning, President Gisela Conception, President Yang Qinghuang, Professor. It's my great pleasure to attend this wonderful ceremony. Sign the cooperation MOU with the top Filipino academy, PAASE, would be a great start for our close relationship. Kaohsiung Medical University was formally established in 1954 and also was the first private medical university in Taiwan. Over the past few years, we have had many interaction and cooperation with Filipino Academic Association and the universities together with Connect Southeast Asia Association. In addition, we have worked with the students and staff from University of St. Thomas. Our student exchange program runs smoothly and many joint academic papers have also been published together successfully. I would like to take this opportunity to show my great appreciation to distinguished Professor Fang Longzhang. Without him, we weren't able to join this fabulous ceremony today. I believe this MOU will lead both of us to an advanced and successful academic and industrial cooperation between Philippines and Taiwan. Finally, I hope all of you enjoy your time and have some pleasant chats with each other around the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Huang Yaobing, for your beautiful speech. And the next one, we would like to invite the Dean of College of Agriculture and Natural Resources of National Zhongxin University. Please welcome Dr. Zhang Fuzhi.
Dear President Gisela and Vice President Mariano Santo Domingo, President Yang, all the delegates of the PAASE, Ambassador Xi, my colleagues from Taiwan, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure and honor to participate in today's MOU signing ceremony. Together with several universities and Connect from Taiwan, with PAASE, the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources at National Zhongxin University place emphasis on teaching and research in the area of sustainable farming, biotechnology, natural resource conservation, and management. The identity of the college is to develop sustainable and innovative agricultural science and to build harmony and safe natural environment. Finally, I would thank you again for giving us the great opportunity to be involved. Looking forward to meeting you all in person soon, and wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Zhang Fuzhi, for your great speech. Right now, at this remarkable moment, we would like to invite all of our guests to take a group photo. Right now, please remove your mask and please smile in front for our camera. Thank you. Yeah, camera is just right in the middle.
And Dr. Zhang of the National Zhongxin University, are you there? Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for attending our signing ceremony of Memorandum of Understanding. Right now, we will pass the floor to Dr. In-Ming-Wu. Dr. In-Ming-Wu, you may have the floor.
Okay, at this final stage, and Dr. Gisela Concepcion and me, we were co-host for our closing ceremony. And I would say thank you very much, Dr. Gisela Concepcion. Thank you for the wonderful the leadership that you have provided and to link Taiwan and the Philippines all together. At this point, we would like to invite 2 or 3 more our member of our ECSAAK-NKUST. Okay, the very first one will be our former president, and right now is our honorable president of ECSAAK-NKUST, and Professor Chu, and he is 74 years old, but still very energetic. And then for Dr. Yang and me and the rest of us, we are like his junior in here. And so he's our great leader. Professor Chu, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Wu. All the presidents and delegation and honorable guests, as the former president of Southeast Asia Education Connect Association, I feel very grateful and appreciation that Southeast Asia Connect can provide this opportunity for many institutions and scholars from both countries can meet together and also work together through this platform. And also I show my many thanks to those who contribute their efforts to enhance this cooperation between these 2 countries. So thank you again to everyone, especially to Dr. Gisela, to make this MOU sign event take place today. Thank you again.
Thank you, Professor Chu. That you do have your history, has been written already, and in this part, and in this generation between Taiwan and the Philippines. Okay, the next one, we always heard UP Guest House, UP Guest House. Okay, actually, UP Guest House is not only the house for the University of the Philippines, but extend all the client service and accommodation to Filipino academician and Filipino academic community. Okay, we would like to welcome Picasso is in Taichung right now, but Picasso's brother and Dr. Peter Chen, and who is with us. Peter, you want to say a few words? Thank you. Just let them recognize your face, please. Yeah. Yes. You want to say a few words? You want to say hello to your sister Gisela?
I miss you all. Peter. Picasso.
Okay, very good. And Gisela, you have your daughter Vanessa is here, right? And we welcome Vanessa, and who is the CEO of the social enterprise Agrigaya. And also we have our standing supervisor of our ECSAAK-NKUST, distinguished Professor Zhang Fangdong. Aaron, you can have the floor now.
Hello, Gisela, all friends in Philippines and Taiwan. I'm Aaron. I'm a natural product chemist.
Yes.
Just like Gisela.
Yes.
So then,
yes.
I'm very happy to have this great event happen. This is an amazing academic cooperation, and I believe it will benefit to the science and the technology development in the future for both countries. I believe. Then I hope all attendees will be happy, healthy, and wealthy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. We do have several our academic leaders here from NKUST. Our Dean of International Affairs right now is Professor Liu Wenhong. Yeah, would you mind wave? Okay, everybody got to recognize his face. Okay. Can he have the camera? Thank you. Dr. Liu, would you mind? You can raise your hand. Okay, this is a gentleman in the future that you should interact with. Okay, from NKUST. Okay, another one is the Dean of College of Engineering, Professor Wu is here. Another one, Wu Zhongxin. Yes,开microphone. Okay. Yes. Okay. Another one is this gentleman. Everybody knows him, and Professor Dong, and he was with us with Professor Tsai Kwang Zhong, and your 2019 or 2018 PAASE meeting in Manila. Okay. Professor Dong.
Hi. Yeah. Everyone. Especially for Gisela. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. We also welcome all of Philippines. Right now we have 3 faculty from Philippines to join our College of Hydrosphere for PhD program. So maybe in the future, if you're more lecturer want to study, welcome in the aquaculture, fishery, also the environmental. Okay, food safety. Thank you.
Okay, very good. All our colleagues in the Philippines, you just cannot imagine. This great university, National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology, was emerged, by it is commemorated by 3 major universities in marine, in entrepreneurship, and in applied science. And so this great university, it's too big, okay? And sometimes it is too big to control. And then you have to contact them individually, okay? Not only contact the Dean of International Affairs. So you need to memorize all the dean of each college. Okay, thank you. Another one will be the Dr. Zhong Hong Li Jinghong, and he's the Deputy Dean of the College of Electronic Engineering and Computer Science. Okay, would you mind raise your hand, Dr. Li? Thank you very much. Okay, again, from the educational side, let me explain very short, okay? In 2017, Dr. Yang, Professor Yang of our educational president right now, and he was the president of the National Kaohsiung University of Applied Science in that time. And he and President Chu led a team over 40 university professors and president and delegates from Southern Taiwan to attend the turnover of the UP president in 2017. And in 2017, in the middle, President Chu and then also Professor Dong and Professor Zhang, I recall that from the picture, that we went to Philippines to attend the investiture of the Dr. Danilo conception. Okay, there are some of the history. And then I do have some things to say to our ambassador here in the Philippines. Thank you, Michael Xi. Thank you for great support. And you are very accessible, and then you are very intellectual, and you understand how important Southern Taiwan is. And then we are more than happy to become your support in the future. And also Dr. Gregoria from Sirica, hoping that in the future that we can have another umbrella MOU signing between Sirica and then Lowe's Agriculture University in the future. And to the President-elect, Dr. Marino Santo Domenico. Okay, I do believe that you have our words to become a strong backup and to you, as strong as we have our support to Dr. Gisela Concepcion, because we support Gisela not because of Gisela, because we love Philippines. Of course, Gisela is too beautiful, we cannot, and sometimes that we love her, but that is unspeakable. But she has her charm and leadership. But I'm hoping in the future, the President Marino Santo Domenico, okay, you can have your style, and we are here to welcome you. And
thank you.
Thank you. Okay, several reminding Thanksgiving. Number 1, UP Guest House. Do not forget, you have a UP Guest House at Kaohsiung at Kaidonis Hotel. Number 2, we need to continue to promote our Bayanihan spirit between Taiwan and the Philippines. That goes beyond the national sovereignty or national interest or diplomatic relationship. I'm hoping the PAASE in Taiwan and EduConnect that we can continue to do that. We love one another, that go beyond the politics, go beyond the calculation. I'm hoping that for the sake of our regional prosperity, hoping that PAASE and Southern Taiwan University Alliance, that we can work together. So that leads to the 90 minutes miracle. Taiwan and the Philippines, we need to have a new mentality. Okay, the most nearby neighbor is Taiwan to the Philippines. The most nearby neighbor to Philippines is Taiwan. Only 90 minutes away from each other. Let's make the miracle of 90 minutes to be happening all the time. We need to appreciate each other with new eyesight and a new mentality. And I'm hoping, like Gisela say, we have different talent meet talent, not talent compete talent. So PAASE and then EduConnect, we have different talent meet talent, not talent compete with talent. Okay, so that's my EduConnect business report. And then thank you very much. And Dr. Gisela, you have a final word to say. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Professor Tim Wu, whom I would consider our shepherd. That's what I call him, shepherd. And I also call him our miracle worker. So now we are into the 90-minute miracle, which is the distance between Philippines and Kaohsiung in Taiwan. Okay, so we build bridges across the waters. We are the closest country neighbors in the world. And while I acknowledge the presence of a few more special people, if Richmond may find photos of the UP Guest House in Kindness Hotel in Kaohsiung, I would like him to show it on our screen to entice you to visit Kaohsiung and hold face-to-face meetings with our partners in Kaohsiung. At this point, I would like to recognize the presence of two of our PAASE members who are linked with College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, National Chung Ching University. Our PAASE member, Dr. Kevin Villanueva, is with us today, and he helped organize an international meeting, okay, where our PAASE board member and former dean of the College of Arts and Sciences of UP Los Baños, now Professor Emeritus Felina Lansigan, will be speaking at this conference. And I would also like to recognize the presence to represent the Bataan Peninsula State University President, our Vice President of BPSU, okay, Dr. Hermanes Pagya. So, among our SUCs, we already have two takers of our program. We have Eastern Visayas State University, and I think we have Bataan Peninsula State University. Very progressive SUCs. Among our private HEIs, we already know the Technological Institute of the Philippines and Centro Escolar University. And while we did this for UP for 5 years now, President Yang, well, we never stop. It is the mandate of the National University of the Philippines to share its linkages, collaborations, and all its resources with the higher education institutions in the Philippines. Look at this lobby of the Kindness Hotel in Kaohsiung. And this is a donation of our major philanthropist of EduConnect and the UP Southern Taiwan Connection, President Picasso Chen of Kindness Hotel, and his brother, Mr. Peter Chen. This is the UP Guest House, and Professor Wu documented all our events in these posters in the UP Guest House. Each room is named, dedicated to a UP constituent unit. UP Diliman, UP Los Baños, UP Manila, UP Mindanao, UP Open University, etc. And each room has an original painting of our former UP Open University Chancellor, Grace Alfonso, on the different trees that are found in the Philippines. Okay.
Okay. I will send the clips to you later. Okay, Dr. Gisela, thank you for this wonderful University of the Philippines superstructure development. We will never forget the superstructure development that Kindness Hotel is supporting, EduConnect is supporting. That would be our dream and to share together. Thank you. Okay, finally, Thanksgiving is coming. Dr. Gisela prepare 2 baskets of the fruits. I want to present to NKUST, especially international office, all the crew members. Okay, thank you for the effort for the last 1 month that you have dedicated to make this event possible. We would like to ask Peter and Aaron, you can present on behalf of Gisela those fruits, to Peter. Okay, Gisela, is that okay? Because of time is running short. So we will go ahead and do that. And Joey Wu, would you mind, Tata Leo and the President Yang, thank you. Okay, see? Oh, and show your fruit, show your fruit. That's the apple from the Philippines, okay? And grapefruit from the Philippines. Okay, see? All the basket. Joy, you are the key person, Joy. Remove your mask, did you mind? Thank you. You have forgot. Okay, Gisela, how do you like this picture, this event here?
It's unforgettable.
It's too heavy.
Engraved in my heart and in my mind forever.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
That's good. Ambassador,
generosity.
Yes, our ambassador, Michael Shi, you have a final words. Otherwise, Dr. Yang of EduConnect and of the NKUST have the final words in a greeting for each one of you. Our ambassador Shi, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, don't worry.
No worry.
Thank you very much, Professor Wu. Thank you for yielding the floor to me again. I just want to say a very few remarks. First, I would like to say thank you very much, Dr. Gisela, and also Dr. Mariano Domingo, and certainly Dr. Zhu Yuanxiang, the Honorable President, Chair, EduConnect Southeast Asia Association, and also all the deans and the presidents who signed the MOU with the Philippine American Academy of Science and Engineering. I am very impressed, this program, the EduConnect Southeast Asia Association started linking with the Philippine universities, especially UP Diliman, then in expanding to so many other universities. And in the past years, from the 2016 until now, we could obviously see the achievements. And I'm so glad to see, now we will have more cooperation projects. And it's very good for the people in the Philippines and the people in Taiwan. And so for all the joining universities, the 4 universities, and also the EduConnect South Asia Association, I give you my best, blessings, and also my office, my mission will offer our full support. And the higher education is a very important field. We should work together. So Dr. Gisela, I think you are the core, it's very important because of you on the Philippine side, and also Dr. Wu Yiming on the Taiwan side, then we could have, a sustainable relationship between Taiwan, Southern Taiwan, especially Southern Taiwan. I'm from Kaohsiung City, so I have a very special bond, with this project. And thank you again for inviting me to witness this signing ceremony. I'm very touched, and I assure you that I will give you my full support. Whatever I can do for our bilateral, relations, especially in the field of higher education, I will do my best. Thank you again. Thank you everyone, for all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. Yes, thank you. I love you. Okay. and Thanksgiving, okay? Now we would like to show about National Zhongxin University, the Dean and Deputy Dean. Are you still there? And Dr. Villanueva, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Villanueva and also Vice Dean, Deputy Dean, they all left already, right? Okay, hoping that the future cooperation can be deepened, okay? Okay, now, Gisela, I need to have your agreement. Should we conclude this signing, MOU signing by the conclusion remark by Dr. Yang and of President of EduConnect and President of NKUST? Is that okay?
Absolutely. Professor Wu, I'd just like to thank Ms. Joy Wu, Ms. Ewan Chen, and our PAASE's indispensable techie, Mr. Richmond Pancho, for this event. Thank you most of all to Professor Aaron Chang and to you. Now we give the floor to our President of NKUST and ECSAAK for the concluding remarks. Thank you,
okay,
sir.
Dr. Yang, please.
Okay, thank you. Finally, please have my sincere gratitude for all your participation today. Where the distance and the COVID-19 takes us apart, technology enables us to come closer. Now we hold the key chain in our hand with a hope for the future. What we have done is the first step, and I do look forward to the upcoming interactions between Philippines, Taiwan, and the world from the basis of science to the benefits of the society. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your participating, attending this great ceremony. And also thank you to the distinguished professor from Kaohsiung Medical University, Dr. Aaron Yang. Okay, Dr. Aaron Yang, thank you very much. And I know that you need support from your dean also. Thank you, Professor. Dean, Professor Huang, thank you very much. And thank you for National Union University. Thank you for all your support. Okay, thank you for NKUST, my dear colleague, Professor Liu. Thank you for your great support. Okay, thank you. If you want to chat, you can have the microphone now. Okay, so now that concludes our signing ceremony. God bless you. Bye-bye.
It's amazing. You congregated, you came together face to face for this event. So we truly appreciate that, Professor Wu, President Yang, and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gisela.
Thank you, Ambassador Shu. I hope everything is fine with you.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, see you.
See you. I had wished for our national scientist, Angel Alcala, to speak, say a few words, if he is still around. Our eminent marine biologist, Ramon Magsaysay Award in National Scientist, Angel Alcala, would you like to say a few words? Are you still there? Former president of Silliman University, are you there? National Scientist Angel Alcala. So I wish I could tell them how old you are, but you don't look your age. Dr. Alcala, would you like to say a few words?
It's amazing how Philippines and Taiwan are getting together for improving education. And of course, in the past, we have a university in Taiwan, in Taichung. We had an American university in Taichung. We had connections, and we worked together in fields of biology. And we published papers together. And I'm happy to see that we are continuing this relationship between Philippines and Taiwan. We are very good neighbors with each other. We should all get together all the time and help one another in our endeavor to improve education in the sciences and others. Thank you very much for a very important getting together. And Gisela, thank you for invitation.
So much for those kind, inspiring words. National Scientist Angel Alcala, former chair of the Commission on Higher Education, former president of Silliman University, and Ramon Magsaysay awardee for community and public service. Thank you so much. We are honored with your presence.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm very happy to attend this conference.
Thank you so much. And visit Kaohsiung sometime and stay in the UP guest house sometime. All right. So with that, I think goodbyes could be quite long, but at this point, everyone needs to go to the next meeting. So if I may, I will now end this meeting formally, officially. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Gisela.
And good
Thank
evening.
you.
Thank you, Gisela.
Thank you very much.
so
Thank you,
much.
Ma'am Gisela. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.